The garden, Matthew 26, verses 36 to 46. Then Jesus went with them to a place called Gethsemane, and he said to his disciples, "Sit here while I go over there and pray." He took with him Peter and the 2 sons of Zebedee, and began to be grieved and agitated. Then he said to them, "I am deeply grieved, even to death. Remain here and stay awake with me." And going a little farther, he threw himself on the ground and prayed, "Father, if it is possible, let this cup pass from me. Yet not what I want, but what you want." Then he came to the disciples and found them sleeping. And he said to Peter, "So could you not stay awake with me 1 hour? Stay awake and pray that you may not come into the time of trial. But the spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak." Again he went away for the 2nd time and prayed, "Father, if this cannot pass unless I drink it, your will be done." Again he came and found them sleeping, for their eyes were heavy. So leaving them again, he went away and prayed for the 3rd time, saying the same words. Then he came to the disciples and said to them, "Are you still sleeping and taking your rest? See, the hour is at hand, and the Son of Man is betrayed into the hands of sinners. Get up, let us be going. See, my betrayer is at hand." Gardens come in all shapes and sizes and are used in many ways. Children often enjoy playing in them. Some people spend hours cultivating them, perhaps growing beautiful flowers or useful vegetables. They can be a place of social gatherings, for barbecues or perhaps tea parties, even very grand ones. But many people enjoy them as places of peace and tranquility, somewhere to experience God's wonderful creation in its many forms, somewhere to feel close to God. And so it was that when Jesus withdrew from the busyness of life to be alone with God, he often chose mountains or gardens, and one such garden was the Garden of Gethsemane. And it was to the Garden of Gethsemane that he went after his last supper with his disciples. That night of all nights, he needed to spend time with his Father. He needed to draw strength to face the final hurdle. I've often pondered, meditated on that time Jesus spent in the garden. Was this the moment when the fully human Jesus came into conflict with the fully divine Jesus? His humanity in conflict with his divinity? Theologians have seen Gethsemane as proof that Jesus had a distinct human will, with a natural human fear of death that did not automatically follow the divine will, but nevertheless became able to pray, "Your will, not mine, be done." As Ross Thompson writes in Spirituality in Season, it is through this harmony of distinct wills that the divine and human natures of Christ are fused in a single person. The person who would be crucified was a perfect union of God and a human being, working together to will a single life-giving death. So his humanity and divinity, not in conflict, but in harmony. From the hymn we remember, "There in the garden of tears my heavy load he chose to bear. His heart with sorrow was torn. Yet not my will, but yours," he said.